Jet planes in the night sky with you, getting high in the sunrise with you, getting through all the bad times with you. I wasn't missing a thing, no I do.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. How you all doing? Welcome to Newsroom Media. This is where we give you hot, fresh and sizzling news all day long. Now let's go to the headline. Osigwe, new Super Eagles invitee, tests positive for COVID-19. CAF President Ahmad hospitalized after contracting COVID-19. Facts and fantasies of the Lekki massacre. Protect yourselves against attacks, IGP tells policemen. Edo Tribunal, Obaseki Shaibu PDP evades service of petitions. NEMA out until at least mid-November. PSG coach says. Court remands 7 men for gang raping minor to death. Before I go over details of today's news, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, let me give you a few seconds to go and subscribe right now. Okay, click on it. Have you subscribed? Okay, thank you very much for subscribing. Also like and share my videos. Most importantly, click on the notification bell. It's very important so that you can get notified whenever I post. Now to the details of the news. Facts and fantasies of the Lekki massacre. We all know the Lekki massacre happened on October the 20th. That was on a Tuesday night, a night that we'll never forget, a bloody night at the Lekki toll gate. And after this particular event happened, there has been a lot of, speculations, I would say, going round. Although most people watched some of the events that happened that night on DJ Switch live that particular night. But after the event that the soldiers came out, the military came out and said, okay, nobody died, and the state governor also denied, and we didn't have many people come out to say, okay, their relatives are missing, or they are looking for their brothers, or they are looking for their sisters. A lot of people began to know question what they've seen that night or what they saw that particular night. And a lot of people begin to like reason, okay, coming from a place of reason, like, did people actually die? A lot of people had questions on their mind. They started questioning what they saw that night. They started questioning the fact that the people actually die. Okay, how many people died? Or okay, it wasn't like we thought it was, like our Desmond Desmond Iscariot, if I should say, said, that the bloggers and the influencers, blew it out of proportion, that it wasn't up to that extent. So also a lot of people were, questioning the fact that, okay, it wasn't actually a massacre. Okay, let's say maybe 1 or 2 people actually died, but it wasn't to the extent that we thought. Okay, I'll be giving you the um, facts and figures of what you actually need to know about the Lekki massacre today. We want to separate between the facts and the fantasies of the Lekki massacre. So let's get right into it. Massacre. This is a weighty word that surely ought not to be used lightly or frivolously. When I check synonyms for the word massacre, include bloodbath, carnage, death, holocaust, and slaughter. It refers to a large-scale, cold-blooded murder of human beings. One dictionary defines massacre as an act of complete destruction. Did such an event involving death on an industrial scale occur at the Lekki toll gate in Lagos on the night of Tuesday, October 20th? Repeated reports in the local and international media indicate that this was the case. What are the facts of the matter? The Lekki toll gate was one of the 2 major sites in Lagos of a massive NSAS youth protest, which had gripped the national and global imagination for 2 weeks till the night of October 20. Exceedingly well organized, focused, and disciplined, the protesters had conducted themselves with remarkable decorum, decency, and dignity in pursuit of their demand that the dreaded Police Special Anti-Robbery Squad (SARS) should be disbanded and fundamental police reforms instituted. Within days, an ordinary, obdurate federal government had acceded to their request. SARS was disbanded and the other demands of the protesters accepted in principle. But then the protesters introduced new demands. They were defiant and remained on the streets even though as peaceful and restrained as ever. The longer the protest lasted, however, the more extraneous forces intervened and systematically hijacked the protest on a steadily expanding scale across the country. By October 20th, law and order had broken down in large swathes of Lagos. So bad did things get that police stations were torched, policemen killed, and police armories looted with criminals carting away arms and ammunition. Obviously alarmed, the state government declared a curfew. With the police under attack, it apparently had no choice but to request the help of military in enforcing the curfew. The curfew was imposed to stem the descent to anarchy, which certainly was not the aim of the protest. Why then didn't the protesters, in line with their law-abiding stance, disperse in obedience to the curfew? Had they not at that point crossed the dividing line between legality and illegality? I think so. Even then, was the frenetic shooting by the soldiers to forcibly dislodge the protesters justifiable? The answer is an emphatic no. Were water cannons, tear gas canisters, or at worst rubber bullets not available, even if the protesters were to be forcibly dislodged? Condemnable as the shooting incident was, did it result in the mass murder of a large number of the Lekki protesters, as the dominant narrative claims? A national newspaper claimed in its lead story that 49 persons were killed. Amnesty International reports magisterially that 12 persons died in the Lekki incident. The visuals that went viral, which I watched, showed men in the uniform of a Nigerian army shooting into the air to disperse the protesters. Purported eyewitnesses offer dramatic accounts of soldiers shooting directly at the protesters, reportedly with heavy casualties. I asked someone if undeniable large number of corpses would not be seen at the scene if a band of soldiers trained AK-47 machine guns directly on a large number of protesters and shooting them point-blank at close range. He claimed that the soldiers evacuated the dead bodies away from the scene. In this social media age, with the same sophisticated mobile equipment that vividly captured the soldiers shooting, despite the lights being allegedly switched off, not also have recorded them evacuating dead bodies? The Lagos State Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who visited the injured in various hospitals as well as visited mortuaries in Lagos that night, stated in his broadcast the number of persons who were injured and treated at various hospitals, which he named, saying that 2 were successfully operated on while 2 died subsequently. Many continued to dispute his accounts, preferring alternative narratives, lacking in credibility. Happily, even as social media technology has grown in leaps and bounds, enabling the medium to more efficiently check impunity on the part of public and private authorities. There was there has also been tremendous advancement in the techniques and facilities of validating the authenticity of materials emanating from the social media. PR Nigeria, one outfit that has been doing a great job in this regard in Nigeria, has been exhaustively and clinically interrogating diverse claims on the purported Lekki massacre. Its findings have been revealing. PR Nigerian's editorial team, according to the media outfit's assistant editor, Mohammad Abdulsalam, found that so far most of the footages we have collected, over 100 in all, showing dead protesters and several others wounded, when we subject them to our reverse imagery testing tools, indicated they were not recent, while others are manipulated images and doctored videos. We also observed circulation of old pictures of victims injured and killed during violent skirmishes unrelated to the NSAS demonstrations across the country. For instance, PR Nigeria found out that a Nollywood movie star, Eniola Badmus, who was allegedly shot in the stomach and died at the Lekki toll gate, had denied the social media reports. She wrote on her Instagram page that against all speculations about me being shot dead at the unspeakable event that happened at the toll gate a few hours ago, I would like to inform you guys that Eniola Badmus is hale and hearty. I couldn't make it there today to lend my voice on the NSAS movement. In another case, a young man, Iraoye Godwin, a native of Otuachi in Edo State, who was reported to have been killed also at the Lekki toll gate, posted a video on Twitter denying the report. Again, a photo of a man carrying a dead lady wrapped in Nigerian flag, as posted by Yemi Alade, was an image from a movie acted with the theme Heal Our Land, O Lord. According to the PR Nigerian reports, there was also a video of one Lucia Adu, who was celebrated as a martyr at Lekki massacre after dancing in the clip. Some of the social media posts celebrating her martyrdom read, "She was dancing an hour before she was murdered by the Nigerian Armed Forces. A bullet hit her in the face and ripped half her face off." Latest investigation shows that Lucia Adu died from an accident with a stationary truck on 20th October 2020. This is also confirmed by a new fact-checking Twitter handle on NSAS. The executive director of PR Nigeria, Mr. Yesua A. Shuab, a humanitarian worker and crisis management communicator who has worked extensively with the media, the security and response agencies over the late decade, reached out to media executives in various traditional and online mediums, whom is specifically named, to help in facilitating the gathering of evidence on the alleged massacre. In his words, in fairness to the media and civil society groups, they all spoke about relying on eyewitness accounts, mostly from celebrities and social media influencers, without subjecting the information received to rigorous verification. There was also the admission that there was no authenticated footage of a said massacre at Lekki tollgate so far. Continuing, Shaibu writes, in the aftermath of this confusion, the largest social media platform, Facebook and Instagram, have continued to flag various contents containing the alleged images of the Lekki massacre as false information after these were subjected to scrutiny by independent fact checkers. It was interesting watching Osia Ojigbo, country director of Amnesty International in Nigeria, when she appeared on the Arise interview television program to speak about the organization's claim that at least 12 people were killed at the Lekki Toll Plaza. As she rambled on extensively, the anchor of the program, Charles Aniagulo, interjected, saying, "I think the point here, Osia, is that you've made some very good points there about the expectations of the people from the army and the government, but people also want to be absolutely 100% sure about the evidence Amnesty International is putting forward with regard to these killings. Have you actually seen evidence of dead bodies? Can we understand how Amnesty International came to the conclusion that 12 people were shot?" Again, Osia Ojigbo spoke at length on authenticated accounts of eyewitnesses. They claimed that the soldiers reportedly prevented ambulances from accessing the site, and also the fact that the Nigerian army had a record of such killings previously, such as the shooting of hundreds of Shiite Muslims in Kaduna in 2015. Again, Charles Aniagulo was probing and insistent. He said, "Osia, I am sorry that I have to interrupt you, but you are a lawyer and a lot of what you've said in the last few minutes sounds like circumstantial evidence, but there's got to be primal evidence when allegations are made against the Nigerian army and police. A lot of people will agree that you are saying what we agree with what you're saying, but they will still want to see concrete evidence either of dead bodies or families of dead ones coming out to claim their loved ones have been killed or the names of people who have been killed." Osia responded that Amnesty International indeed has some names, but will need the consent of the families to release such names. Can you imagine such utter nonsense, mischief, and lack of seriousness? In the words of PL Nigerians Yesua Shahib, equally disturbing was the fact that despite the increasingly widespread usage of the word massacre to describe the Lekki incident, no single family had stepped forward, even till date, to report the loss of a relative during the Lekki shooting. So much for facts, fantasies, and the Lekki massacre. Here you have it, guys. If you have been doubting or you have anything you've been thinking about and you don't understand about the Lekki massacre, here is the full analysis that you have, the facts and then the fantasies. Is left for you to choose whichever one you think is closer to the truth. Here you have it, guys. This is where I'm going to draw the curtain for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscribe button down below. Like and share my videos, most importantly. Also click on the notification bell so that you can get notified each time I post. We still have more great news coming your way today. Please stay tuned.